All rise.
We are here today to discuss the court case Furman versus Georgia with the murder of Mr. Mickey by Mr. Furman. William, how do you plead for the murder of Mr. Mickey?
Not guilty.
How do you plead for the burglary of Mr. Mickey's residence?
Guilty.
Your Honor, I will be speaking for the accused. He's mentally handicapped. Jurors, Mr. Furman did not intend on committing murder that night. Yes, he did burglarize, but he did trip, fall, and a gun discharge.
Objection. Murder is murder.
Sustained!
Jury, have you reached a verdict?
The jury has concluded that Mr. William Furman is guilty.
In the case of Furman versus Georgia, we have reached a verdict. The jury has found the defendant, William Henry Furman, guilty of all charges, murder and burglary. Your sentencing is death penalty. This court is adjourned.
Unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional!
Unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional. Honestly, I don't agree with the death penalty. Like, no matter what someone does, like what crime they commit, that's just my opinion. But so I do agree with the death penalty being ruled unconstitutional. Yes, he did murder someone, but I mean, from what it sounds like, he definitely didn't do it on purpose. And like the mentally unstable part of it, I think, plays a huge like role in how it should be determined. But
Pamela?
Well, I do support the death penalty, but I don't support it for this case because he didn't mean to do it, and it was just he just killed one person. That's my opinion.
Personally, I don't think that handicap makes a difference. I mean, yeah, he was already committing a crime, which is a big factor for me, is that he was already breaking into someone's house. But being mentally handicapped, I don't think is a reason to say you're any less dangerous than someone who isn't. You're committing the crime, so you need to be taken to protect the other people in society.
I'm kind of along the same lines as far as will, because to me, like, you know, when you murder someone, it doesn't really matter to me if you meant to do it or didn't mean to do it. I mean, of course, we have our different classifications: first degree, second degree, third degree, or like, you know, manslaughter. But I mean, in this case, I want to give him the death penalty because it seemed to be an accident. But as far as him being mentally unstable, I really don't have any sympathy for people with disabilities, because even though they are not in their right mind, they don't deserve to be alive, in my opinion, if they don't know the value of life. And that's just my take on it.
So we got
Overall,
agree or disagree?
I agree with the Supreme Court's decision deeming it unconstitutional.
Me too.
Same.
Pretty much agree with this verdict, with all the details involved.
Yeah, definitely life in jail, but this
Yeah.
particular instance, no. Now, if he killed him and he knew what he was doing and he has a history of just doing stupid things like that, then no,
Yeah,
you should be put in the chair or
like
whatever.
with the
they wanna do.
details involved in this case and how it went down, I do agree with.
Right. Now, how they
How this case
die,
went down.
that it can be cruel and unusual. Like, you know, how they used to do like lynchings and stuff like that. I think all forms of, like, you know, public death, like, or public putting to death like that is uncalled for and cruel and unusual, at least in this day and age. Because I know back then they used to do it a lot. So
So that's our take.